All right, guys, welcome back to Blackacre Ranch, episode 2 of the house build. As you can see behind us, we've made some progress. We started just cranking away on this thing. The walls are up. We have only one wall left. That's over here in front of the garage. But otherwise, we've got all the walls stood up. We had some friends come over, and it was just kind of one of those things where we got them all going. So we got work today. We got to fasten all the sill plates down, build the rest of the garage wall, and try and square and do the top plate, the double top plate on all of these walls. So that's what we're trying to do up to now, and then if we have time, we may even get all these interior walls put up. All right, guys, so these are the walls that we got up. We braced them, we tried to plumb them all, and we got them up. Like I said in the intro, like, we had a bunch of friends come over and we just started throwing these things up. The elders came on the Saturday. I mean, it was one of those things where this pressure treated wood, man, is not light, and it was going to be a lot to get in. So we've got them up. We've got these A-frame jacks sitting everywhere. It's not super plumb up and down necessarily in the middle, but the corners, when we put them all up, we did square them, plumb them as much as we could, and with a level, and got everything actually pretty well. I think pretty well. I've had worse, so it's just a joke, right? I've had worse, but anyway, we've been going through and putting these anchors in, and the anchors that we've been using are these 5/8 inch wedge anchors. We're drilling them out. We're putting them over 4.5 inches from the edge of the concrete, so we're actually pushing inward more than we are outward. We're not in the middle, but we've been going through doing all these things. So we've got some others left to do, and that's what all of us and the kids are working on right now. When I was working the well house last year, this time, the old hammer drill I had from Milwaukee burned out. I kind of wonder if that was user error, but I don't know. This newer one that we had that we got to finish the other well house has been rocking it pretty well, and this is 5/8 inch. The other one was only, I think, 1/2 inch, right? So anyway, let's get to these, start getting these things in. The process is pretty simple, guys. First, we take this drill bit, we put it in the ground, or we drill out a hole. We only have a 1/2 inch drill bit with a 5/8. That's just as big as we had. So we're gonna drill this thing out. Next, we put the drill bit for the masonry bit in. It's a 5/8 inch, it's 8 inches long, and we've got 6-inch long anchor bolts. So we're drilling that sucker down, clearing it out, and getting that thing done. Once that's there, we clear everything. Because I'm drilling further than the actual depth of the bolt, I'm not blowing it out, but we're just being careful with all the debris. We hammer these things down. We use the big sledge, and then once it gets down pretty far, then we're going to anchor that puppy down. All right, just like that, you rinse and repeat and keep on going. We've got half the building left to go, so that's all we're just going to keep doing. Hey, dog, how many more do you have in your belt there? 1, 2. Dog's getting these things preset. Let me see one of them, dog. This is what one of them looks like. Got them preset. Here's the wedge right down here. We hammer these puppies down, and he's getting it all done. And we're hammering it down, of course, with the washer flush with the top. Pretty simple. Here you go, dog. There. That hole, when it got down to the bottom, actually just dropped, what was it, about a 1/2 inch? Just bloop, like it hit an air pocket or something. So that ended up pulling it out quite a bit. Now, when we did the last house, we actually sank these suckers in so far that some of them actually just blew out. So this impact, this 1/2 inch Milwaukee impact, we're trying not to suck it down too hard, just enough that it starts compressing the wood, and then leaving it at that point, because I'm afraid we're just gonna rip that sucker out. I mean, it's a pretty strong impact, so. Just dog down to your feet. There you go. one. Let's try the other one, dog. Yep. It's all within 1/8 of an inch right now. Obviously, I know that that wall is not perfect, but it gives us an idea of how this is all looking. Also, something to take note. When we're doing these things, when we're doing this, they laid the concrete, and obviously you can see we're on part of a new slab and old slab. So this is hanging over. This is actually a little bit high, just a smidge over that. So I'm putting most of the stuff here as much as I can. We're overlapping 2 concrete slabs. But I'm just trying to get this straight. Over here is already set. So when we did layout, this was already plumbed up, squared up. This guy could go a little bit over like that. That's about as far as it's gonna go. And this is what it is. So many of these measurements are just trying to make sure that we're within 1/8 of an inch, something like that. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect, right? But my baseline isn't perfect. Concrete's not perfect, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, back to it. All right, while we finish up that, Charlotte's been busy over here. She's been cutting, these are the headers that are gonna go for the garage walls. She's got that cut with little bug. Now she's working on all the headers for the windows and doors. So she's got the plywood here on the back of the truck. She's gonna be cutting these down. We're using some old school, you can see it right through there, 2x8s and 7.5 inches. She's gonna be ripping down everything that she needs as she goes down this here. And then she's gonna be doing all the headers and the jacks for all the windows and doors. Now prior to today, she had a cut list of most everything. There's a few in here that we weren't sure if we had accidentally adjusted on the windows. So she's gonna cut a few of those on her own when she gets measurements. But most everything's pre-cut. I don't know where the stack is. Right there on the trailer. I think that's the stack right there on the trailer. So by having that all ready, it's just ready to plug and play. So she's gonna get cracking on this stuff while we continue on with all the bolts.
All right, sandwich is made. Time to go put it in the doorway where it belongs. Actually, it's our last one. We're gonna now get some jacks and go start putting our door frames, the door headers in. All right, so each door is gonna need 2 of our jacks. And this should be my jack pile. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take 2 with us. One daughter's getting a nailer. Lorna, can you find us a level? That matters.
All right, she's working on these headers. Got that header, that's the front door. Sure hope that was, yeah. And then we've got the back door from the, what do you call this, mudroom, to the garage, and then the door to the outside. And then we've got the header back here. This is the back door onto the upper part of the patio cover, which is asphalt right now and glass. So we've got all these anchor bolts in. There was only one that was a little bit wishy-washy. I honestly don't remember which one he was. May have been this guy over here. But anyway, sometimes they break or something inside, and so then the whole bolt spins with the nut, and it's annoying. But We are one shy. We put one in the corner. We got one over here. So we're gonna come back in. We have to get some 3/8 ones for the 2x4 garage, because I don't want to put 5/8 in the 2x4. I think it's a little overkill. But besides, it's a carport. We're gonna put it over here, right here underneath this, and fill that gap. So all the base plates are set. Charlotte's gonna finish this. We're gonna get wrapping up some of these windows as well. Once we're kind of done with those, then we're gonna work on top plates and then interior walls. $39 and an 1/8. You getting the eye dog? Almost. I love that Milwaukee gun, but gosh, it does get heavy. And two, even with our other gun that was pneumatic, why don't they make the rail that holds the nails capable of fitting two? It's like they can only fit one set of nails. Just make it long enough to hold two. I wish they'd do that. You can see brand new nails, and it's got that much room in the back side. It's just waste. Just give us all the space so we can put some in there so we don't have to stop all the time, man. Now we're probably going to edit this, honestly, to make it look like it was quicker and faster and everything else. Get your measurements right. Some of these are probably pretty stiff, tight in there, but we're going to get these all done for the rest of the windows. I think there's, I don't know, call it 8 other windows, 9, 10, I don't know, something like that. So we're going to get these all wrapped up, and then I guess we'll get back. Before we get on that, as you can see, this window is actually up high enough that it's enough, because I'm going to have the office desk right under the window. So we lifted this one up. It's going to be 4 feet high by 3 feet, and that'll give me a chance to be able to sit here with the desk and look out over the view. So that's going to be great. There's the girls' window is going to be over there. It's going to have a few modifications to it as well, just so we can put a bed underneath the sill. But otherwise, window should all be the same. And then there's 2 windows, and then this third one's more of a custom size, just to get us as big as we can to get a better view in the family room. There's our 2 top cripples. And are these the 3 studs for the header? 39 and an 1/8.
One more plywood.
One more piece of plywood.
bottom one's too far in.
That's not the same. All right, guys, I think we're gonna end it here. We've got some of these windows done. We've got the door frame, we just need the jacks. We got that window, that door, we just need the top cripples, I should say. Top cripples, that window is done. You know, we didn't get as far as we wanted. So I guess that's kind of how it goes, right? We're gonna keep plugging along on this and get all these windows done. And then we have to order trusses, so we'll get some measurements and hopefully get those ordered. They told me it'd take probably 2 weeks. Maybe 10 days, but 2 weeks. So anyway, like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate you joining along with us as we do this. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.